Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, one of the things that we just talked about was how are we different than the people who were there in Medina and they kept quiet. Let me talk about something interesting. So, standing up for the right of Ahl-e-Bait al-Islam is a fundamental, it's so important that we don't even realize the importance of this. Syeda Fatima Zehra, as I mentioned, stood up because she knew the problem that people were committing. She knew that if people forgot this message and ignored this covenant, they will not get the blessings that they have been promised. They will not reach the status that have been guaranteed for them by Allah. This was the only way they could get everything that Allah had promised for them. That is the following the message of the Prophet on the day of Ghadir. But people did not listen. People did not listen when she was going door to door. When she was asking for help, people did not stand up. And for the 1400 years, last 1400 years, people haven't done that. I would say one thing: we Shias have lived in a society which was totally oppressive against the followers of Ahl-e-Bait al-Islam. The message that we have gotten today, it's because of the tireless efforts of the prior generations to convey the message. For them, keeping this message alive was the highest priority. For them, it was more important to have generations till the time that big things become more open. And we have reached a point in the world where things are now more open. It was never this kind of situation before. It was never possible to have these discussions. It was never possible to for a person to talk about these from the comfort of their home and take the message to the broader community, to the humanity. It was never possible. This is a unique time that we're living in. And now I want to highlight what are the other consequences. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, in his sermon, said, if I had followers, O Muawiyah, I would never have accepted this peace treaty. So it means he did not have the followers. Imam Ali alayhi salam kept complaining about his followers that they don't want to fight in summer, they don't want to fight in winter, they don't want to fight in any month while the enemy keeps coming close. So he kept on highlighting that part, complaining about that. And there are narrations from the sixth Imam when people came to ask him to stand up. He said, why don't you sit in that oven before you ask me? The person who had come from Persia and said, I had like thousands of swords waiting for you. He said, oh, Ibn Allah, Ibn Rasulullah. Oh, Yabna Rasulullah, why would you want me to be killed like that? I'm here to spill my blood for you. And he said, if you cannot do that, how would you spill your blood? And then another companion came and he sat in the oven, and the Imam gave, Imam told him, like, if I had supported like this, I would stand up. So the key message over here is we, the Imams, alayhi salam, never had the supporters. We, the Shias, were never of that caliber who could defend the Imam alayhi salam. Imam Hussein alayhi salam had more than 40 supporters, 72 supporters in Karbala, and he stood up. Therefore, if the Sunnah of the Imams continue with the 12th Imam, he would want to see the supporters, the die-hard supporters who are willing to do anything for his cause, who are willing to give up anything, who are willing to stand up against the tyranny, against injustice, against the happiness and being on the, even with the concern that they won't be politically correct, they will stand up for what is right. And people who don't stand up, the consequence will be the same, that we won't be able to support the Imam, because the sunnah of the Imams have been They are looking for these diehard supporters. Syeda Fatima Zehra was looking for these supporters. Imam Ali alayhi salam was looking for these supporters. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Imam Hussein alayhi salam. All of the Imams of Ahl-e-Bait salam have been looking for the supporters and they haven't found them. When the 313 supporters come and are ready, the 12th Imam will emerge. But the point is, in order for us to be ready, we have to change our attitude. We have to make ourselves that die-hard supporter who's willing to do anything. And that means be vocal. Don't be scared. Stand against injustice. May Allah help us all.